Welcome back to JK McLeod. Today I'm working on a Homelite XL automatic. Was at my brother-in-law's a few weeks ago, down there to fix a bunch of yard equipment that he had, a generator, power washer, and a few chainsaws, and whatever stuff he had that wasn't working. So he says, oh, if you take a look at this. Yeah, I put fuel in it. Surprisingly, within a few pulls, it ran great. I'm like, I was surprised, and I think it's probably ever been touched. But when I put oil in the canister, she started smoking like crazy. I was like, okay, it's the way this thing runs is that a pressure pulse comes out of the engine and into the tank and pressurizes the tank, and then pushes the oil through this tube out to the bar pad. But inside the tank, see if I can get this out without damaging it, is this small tube. Little brass tube is probably worth its weight in unobtainium. It's super rare to find. And I went and picked up on Fleabay the duckbill valve that goes on the end of it. Now the pressure pulse comes through the tube, in and out the duckbill valve. The duckbill valve prevents the oil from going back into the engine, pressurizes the tank forces it out, and now supposedly in the line that comes out of the tank, there is a screen and a small restrictor on the end of it that prevents the oil from flying out and over-oiling and just making a mess. I'll see once I pull the hoses out of this, and when I'm here I'll probably replace the fuel line, even though it's working properly, put a new fuel filter on it, clean out the tanks, make it all nice and pretty, and hopefully I can get this thing to oil and run properly. So let me give this a good clean, pop off the hoses, see what we got. Hopefully that restrictor's in the bottom of it, and let's see if we can get this thing back together. Okay, moving along with the Homelite XL. This is the impulse line that comes in, that small brass fitting. So it's a little closer, small brass fitting, and the duckbill valve at the end that restricts the air going in and prevents oil from going back down this tube. Now on the opposite end, on the pickup, when the tank is pressurized, it pushes through this little screen here, but inside the line is a small restrictor. Let me see if I can get that a little hole in the top. That goes in there like that, into the tube. And that little restrictor prevents it from over-oiling. There we go. Hope I didn't get my freakishly large cranium in the way. And it goes in the tank. Make sure it feeds all the way to the bottom. I gotta get in there, but essentially pull out on this line a little bit. I may have to trim it on the opposite end, but in there, that line at the top, and hopefully that should do it. With the air coming in, pressurizes the tank, pull it through the restrictor, and into the bar pad. So let me get that filter down at the bottom, replace this fuel line, clean it up a little bit, and we're ready to put it back together again. Okay, we're almost there. Well, tank's on. Well, hoses anyway. Fuel line, new filter, and the ever popular duckbill valve right there. Give me a bit more cleaning on this. Get this all nice and straight. Get this line in there. Make sure it touches the bottom. And it does. And ready to clean up the case. And we're good to go. Well, actually, I'm going to make a filter for this. Got a bunch of material, filter material. I'll use this as a template. Clean that up, make that nice and pretty. Close that off. Yep. And then we're ready to get it back together again. Okay, it's my first time trying to slide this back in the case. See where the linkage goes. Let's see if we can. Right there. Onto the carburetor first. Get the linkage onto the trigger. And then as you slide it in, hopefully it'll go right into place. And yeah, I think so. Spark plug wire through. Let's see, do the holes line up? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is that simple. That goes completely lined in. Yeah, the trigger's not completely in. Is it there? No. Not completely. Trigger's not completely in. Let's slide it back out. See if I get that trigger on the hole. There we go. That's better. That's better. Now that's what we need. Much better. Yeah. Here's the 4 screws, top and bottom. Attach the kill wires, which there are 2. Yep. Kill wires. If I get my freakishly large cranium out of the way. So 2 kill wires. So when I get those 4 screws in, the kill wires, make sure everything is good, nothing's kinked, nothing's touching. Yeah, I think we almost got it. Yeah, so I'll put those 4 screws back in, attach the wires, and we'll take it from there. Okay, engine in. Okay. Put the starter cover on. Fill it with gas and oil and see what we get. Well, it took a little bit. I ordered duckbill valves, probably supposedly the proper one. These little orange guys here, they're supposed to be for it, but they didn't work. They wouldn't let any air out into the tank. So what I wound up doing is swapping it out for a standard one. There you go. And now the tank pressurizes. You know, it's just I guess these here, the openings are just too small or too tight. I think they're like aftermarket or whatever it is. But yeah, I couldn't get the tank to pressurize. But now, lots of Earl. I'm going to finish cleaning up the bar, put it together, and hopefully this is a wrap for this gal. together. As you can see by the mess on the bench, oiling nicely. Just, well, it goes everywhere. Be careful what you ask for. Homelite XL, automatic oiling. Back in business. Thanks for watching.